Hello, my dear Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Risings. This reading is for you. This is your Year of the Horse reading. I'm back. I hope people are still around and want astrology readings. I was feeling called to come back to this just because everything that's going on in the world right now. And I feel like, we should be sharing our skills with each other in a time of such upheaval. So sending you all my love, and I will be pulling 3 cards. And for folks that aren't familiar, I get into this a little bit more in the Aquarius Sun, Moon, and Rising reading if you want to learn more. But the Year of the Horse is all about moving forward. It's a very fast momentum. So it's moving quickly, it's not waiting for anybody, and it's all about new beginnings, passion, authenticity, being our true selves. And this is a beautiful, transition from the Year of the Snake, where we were shedding a lot of behaviors, people, places that did not serve us, did not serve our authentic being. So we are going to become the best versions of ourselves this year if we integrate the lessons from the Year of the Snake and continue to learn all the lessons that this year tries to teach us. There's a lot of intense transits this year, so a lot of lessons to learn. Let's buckle in. Okay, Cancer, so I'm gonna be picking 3 cards that will really be like symbols of the energy that you're going to be facing throughout this Year of the Horse. So you can prepare ahead of time. I know I didn't give you too much time to prepare. The New Year is on the 17th, but hey, we're all doing what we can, right? First card, second card, third card. Okay, the first card we pulled, balance. Second card we pulled, power. Okay, Cancer. Third card, sensitivity. Okay, so a lot of the themes right now in the collective, just because I'm going in order of astrological season starting from our current season. So I've done about 6 readings now. This is my 7th. And a lot of the themes across the collective have been about achieving this inner balance, this inner unity of emotions and feelings and subconscious desires and wants. So I'm not surprised to also see this come up in your reading as well. So for this is really a reminder to achieve internal balance, meaning making sure you're, spending your time in a balanced way. So if you were working a lot, if you've been working a lot, if you've been neglecting your social life, or you've been indulging in, some behaviors that aren't the best for you, or indulging in certain people that aren't the best for you. This is just a reminder to have balance and to make sure you're feeding into yourself, to make sure you're doing okay physically, mentally, emotionally, and that you are spending time in all aspects of your life. So just like check in internally. Where are you lacking balance, and where can you achieve that? And I think once you achieve that inner balance, it's going to set you up well. Because remember, this year moves fast and it's stopping for no one. So if you aren't doing well, it's kind of like that's on you energy. This is kind of like a warning now, like get your ducks in a row, get your ish together so you can really dominate this energy and, utilize it in your best interests. Next card, power. Y'all are the first ones to get power, so this is exciting. I think you know, given, I don't want to jump ahead to sensitivity, but I will say, you know, it's known that your card is emotional. It's a water sign. It's ability to reach deep into the subconscious of emotions, and you all just have like more of an intimate relationship with emotions than other signs. But I think, you know, this intimate relationship can sometimes cause stress. But yeah, I'm kind of jumping ahead to this card, so let me pause there. In terms of power, I feel like you are really powerful. Sorry. Talking about, you know, how you have this predisposition to sensitivity and being in touch with your emotional well-being. That is a superpower right now. You know, at this time when we're learning about the truth of the people running not only our country but the world, how they have essentially given over their bodies to be vessels for very dark energy. They've lost their humanity and have in turn groomed the rest of the Western world to become desensitized to violence, to oppression, to extreme abuse. And being able to feel is a superpower. Being able to feel reminds us that we're human. And I think tapping into that kind of energy, especially in a time right now where there's a lack of just compassion and love, will help unlock so much more of your magic. So tap into those emotions, my dear Cancer. They are your superpower. No matter how many people have called you sensitive your whole life, it's your superpower. And now, jumping back to sensitivity, talking about how, you know, you might be a little jaded by emotions because you're just like used to these deep oceans and constant waves of emotions moving through you and over you. I think sometimes it can create like an irritable disposition, and you know, a lot of cancers in my opinion have experienced deep pain, very deep pain, especially romantic pain. And I think that has created, you know, and this is what happens to a lot of us, you know, our pain hardens us. So that powerful sensitivity you had, I think has become numbed and has become a bit bitter because of what you've gone through. And I think this is just a reminder, like, don't think of your sensitivity as a crutch. That is your superpower. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to feel with others. Be sensitive with others. People need that from you right now. They don't need your bitter side. They need the part of you that is able to feel oceans of emotion. So tap back into that, my dear Cancer. All right. So that was my interpretation. And for folks that don't remember, I like to give my just like spiritual gut ideas of what I think the cards mean. And then I like to read from the creators of the cards, because who else knows these cards better than the people that created them? And I feel like their explanations of the cards will give us really helpful insights into the messages that are meant to be delivered to you today. So, starting with the first card, for folks that don't remember, we pulled balance. Balance. Conversing with the Oracle. This is the passage I'll be sharing. Maintaining your own inner balance enables you to soar to the mountain peaks of your aspirations. So yes, inner balance. Integrating all those sides of yourself. That sensitivity, baby, you gotta learn to love it. Even if you feel like it's gotten you burned in the past, I promise you, it is your superpower. Okay. So whether you are sitting in meditation or performing useful service. So, you know, maybe meditate, maybe help people out, and it'll help you reconnect with that sensitive part of yourself. When you maintain inner and outer balance, you become perfectly aligned in the heart center. and have the capacity to balance the energy of the lower three with the upper three chakras. In moment-by-moment meditation and everyday activities, it is possible to discern which chakra qualities are needed most in any given moment. You can brighten the energies of the lower three chakras. As you unveil the deeper truths in your heart, you may make greater peace with realities around you. Release obstacles that upset your internal harmony and move toward awakening higher centers. So yeah, I think another essential part of this balance is, I think, acknowledging that heartbreak that might have led to the creation of some walls around your heart, around your true emotional being. You got to have some tough conversations with yourself about the past, about what might have left you a little jaded, and what created boundaries and walls for you where you can't really get in touch with those emotions and get in touch and connect with people emotionally like you used to. Okay. And this also will help you release other patterns and help you fully step out of all the negative patterns and things that were just bogging you down in the year of the snake. The next card we have, my dear Cancers. Power. Okay. Power, which is a big part of what the third chakra is all about, is neither positive nor negative by itself. It's how you use it that makes it beneficial or detrimental. You can use your power to find strength, develop leadership, and even for self-control. You can use it to cooperate or to dominate, to help others find their strength and to accomplish their goals, or to try to weaken them and step on them so you can feel that you're number one and have the power to win the game of life. When ego overpowers others in ways that are not helpful, a heralding call for consensus may be heard as a disquieting buzz instead. Expressing kindness can balance the ball of power. So I think, not only are you going to be stepping into, it sounds like, significant power in the year of the horse, I think this is also just, heeding you a warning, like, be careful how you use that power. It's, as it was saying, power is neither positive nor negative. It depends on the intentions of the person wielding that power. So just a reminder to, ensure you're using that for the best interests of your community and not for selfish interests that just help feed the ego and affirm that you're number one or the one in control. Okay. The last card for you for your year of the horse reading, sensitivity. The word sentiment has at least two meanings. One of them refers to a very mild, gentle feeling or emotion. The other is an ongoing emotional attitude that persists over time. Since the first meaning seldom causes problems, our comments here are clarifications of the second meaning. In this card, we encounter the hard work of emotions. So yeah, we got to deal with some emotions here. It is linked with the surging waves of energy where we usually struggle to avoid getting battered by rising and falling tides of friendship, love, and antipathy, desire, jealousy, cravings for companionship, or the cravings for revenge. So as we were saying, the catch-22 of your sign is that you feel big time, big time. And these can be like crashing waves, as the creators of the cards are saying, like, you have just had waves of emotions over you. And I think more so than regular with the year of the snake, in terms of betrayal and friendship, romantic relationships. You've just had, your back has been stabbed a lot, and that's, created a lot of harm here. So, putting on a psychic band-aid to cover wounded feelings may soothe what is apparent on the surface, but it may not address complex underlying issues. So, whatever has happened, whatever is happening, you're just like, the psychic band-aid, basically, you're like, I'm okay. It'll be okay. But I think what the universe is saying here, no, what happened was serious. It caused some real damage for you here, and we need to take a second to check in and just heal ourselves. So this is a call out from the universe, your emotional wounds need tending right now. Don't ignore them. That's going to keep you out of balance. And I think might cause you to wield your power in ways that you're not proud of if you don't heal some of these traumas. You or a close other may work so hard to find resolution that it interferes with peace of mind. At such times, it can be useful to remember that the passage to inner peace remains open. Often wisdom can be gained from undergoing difficulties. And, once again, just a love message from the universe. I know this is a hard time, but you are going to gain so much wisdom from making it through this. And that's what life is about, like who we are and how we step up in the most trying moments in our life. That's what defines us. And I think you are being faced with one of those now. So just remember, love yourself, get back in touch with those emotional seas that are inside you. And it's okay to feel, it's okay. Even though I know you've been hurt a lot. Okay, my dear Cancer queens and kings and everything in between. I love you all so much, and I hope that resonates. Let me know in the comments how I did, what you thought, and keep me posted about how your year of the horse goes. Love you all.